Hey everybody, I hope you guys are healthy and safe. So in today's video, we're taking a look at the Huawei MateBook X Pro 2022. Now, if you follow my channel regularly, thank you for that by the way, you may be saying, wait Ben, didn't you already review the 2022 MateBook X Pro like 4 or 5 months ago? I did, but that was the one that came out at the beginning of the year. This is the newest update that just came out in August. It was introduced at the IFA trade show in Berlin. So this one runs on a newer 12th generation Intel Core i7 processor. It's the P series 1260p, so it's a pretty significant processor bump over the 11th generation Intel that was in the last laptop. That's not all. Huawei also gave the laptop a new coating. I mean, the overall design is still very similar to the last MateBook X Pro, but this new coating really improves the overall look and feel. So this is a matte coating applied to aluminum body. It feels really nice. It's matte and it's grippy. And it also has this soft touch feel. It's just a really nice texture, and I think other reviewers and YouTubers have also mentioned that this is like one of the best feeling laptop texture that they've ever touched. For example, Apple launched the M2 MacBook Air earlier this year. This is also a blue color that's quite eye-catching, but I think all the reviewers agree that the color is not good in real life because this coating attracts fingerprints really easily, really bad. But before I continue on the review, I want to take a step back and show you the unboxing because this laptop also has a pretty cool unboxing experience. Like usually I would not film an unboxing for a laptop because they all come in the same packaging, but Huawei actually put a little bit of effort into this one. Okay, let's take a look at the overall hardware. So the display actually increased in size. It's a 14.2-inch panel now compared to 13.9-inch before. But despite the increase in size, it's still a very portable package, weighing just 1.27 kg, that's around 2.7 pounds for Americans. The hinge is sturdy, although it doesn't open as wide as I like. This is the maximum angle that it opens to. Just like all Huawei's previous flagship laptops, you have a one-touch power button that doubles as a fingerprint sensor, so you just press into it once to get into the home screen. You also have Windows Hello, so you can use face scanning if you want. This gorgeous display is a 3K panel with a 3:2 aspect ratio. I'm a fan of 3:2 aspect ratios because it's a little bit taller than the traditional widescreen 16:9, so I can get more work done when I'm writing because I need to see things vertically. The bezels are really thin, as you can see, and maximum brightness of this display is really good. So we can go all the way up to max brightness, and you can see that it gets really bright. I believe it's like 500 nits of brightness. And yeah, this is also a touchscreen panel, so it's been pretty useful for me because a lot of times when I'm writing articles and I need to make a correction 4 paragraphs up, I don't want to have to move the mouse cursor all the way up. Sometimes I just want to reach over and just tap on it really quick to get access to that right away. So this laptop has 6 speakers and 4 microphones, and you know what we gotta do? We gotta do a video speaker test. So you can adjust volume and screen brightness by sliding up and down this trackpad, which is a new feature that Huawei introduced with its last MateBook series. So if I slide up on the screen, I can adjust brightness, and if I slide up here, I can adjust volume. I better turn this off before Blackpink's managers come after me for copyright. So yeah, the 6-speaker setup is awesome. It sounds really full and lively. I would say it's not quite as good as the 16-inch MacBook Pro speakers, but it is better than most other 13, 14-inch laptop speakers that I've tested. So this backlit keyboard is really comfortable to type on. Keys are evenly spaced, and there's quite a bit of travel, well over 1 millimeter of travel. So the keys definitely have more tactile feedback than Apple's MacBook keyboards. So this excellent keyboard, along with this pretty intuitive and useful trackpad with gestures like this, really make the whole laptop experience a lot better. Usually I'm someone that if I can use a mouse, I would try to use a mouse. But this is one of those laptops where I don't need to use a mouse because I'd rather have access to gestures like immediately making the screen brighter, dimmer. All the Windows multi-finger gestures work perfectly fine here too. So there's 16 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM with 1 terabyte of storage, and obviously running on a 12th generation Intel i7, that's more than enough processing power for most people. Now there is no dedicated GPU, so that means if you are a gamer or like a heavy video editor, this is not the machine for you. But if you're just a more casual productivity type of user, like just need to send emails, watch videos, write articles, this is a really awesome machine for that. In terms of ports, you have 4 USB-C ports, two of which can charge the laptop. But as you already saw in the unboxing, the package also comes with a USB-C to Type-A dongle. There's a 60 watt-hour battery in here, which admittedly is not the largest battery, but I find that it's been enough to last me 8 hours of productivity use. And I mean just writing work, not if I'm editing videos. If I'm editing videos, this thing's not gonna last me 8 hours, but if I'm just writing articles, have Slack open, have Spotify streaming music, it can go a full 8 hours on a single charge. So the MateBook X Pro runs on Windows 11, so for the most part, the software is exactly the same as all of the Windows laptop, except Huawei has added its own software which you can access right here called PC Manager. So right here, you can do things like connect directly to a Huawei phone. I've shown this on camera before. If you connect a Huawei phone with a MateBook X Pro, you can drag files over left and right. You can also access your phone screen directly on the laptop screen. But then some new features this year, if you jump over my device, you see Huawei Camera, which is a dedicated control center for your 720p webcam, which allows you to add digital backgrounds and even beauty filters, which is a little bit funky. Okay, so you're watching front-facing camera footage, 720p. I think I can switch virtual background in real time, and I can just turn it off so you can see how lighting looks. It's not the highest quality video footage. I mean, it's not 1080p, but 720p I think is good enough. You can apply background. You can also apply a beauty filter too, which is a little bit interesting. So I'm gonna turn this on. You can see my face slim. So you can slim down, and I think I can make my eyes bigger too. And then you also have Huawei Sound, which will apply system-wide changes to how audio will sound on this laptop. So for example, one of the features is Ultra Bass, which will add digital bass to your audio, and actually works kind of nice. So let's listen to original sample audio. So this is how the audio files sound normally. Now if I turn on the same audio with Ultra Bass, you just feel a little bit more oomph, a little bit more kick in your audio. So overall, the Huawei MateBook X Pro, it's a powerful Windows machine with great looks and premium construction and some special Huawei specific features. It's selling in Europe for 1,800 euros, which converts to exactly 1,800 US dollars. So it's definitely on the higher end side of Ultrabooks. But if you're someone who already uses Huawei's ecosystem, like if you have a Huawei smartphone or a Huawei tablet, it plays nice with the whole ecosystem. And even if you don't use Huawei devices otherwise, just stand alone, this is one of the best looking laptops of the year, and it's running on a 12th gen Intel, so you're not going to be lacking in power too, unless you need a dedicated graphics card for gaming or video editing. But you should already know that if you're a gamer, heavy video editor, this is not the laptop for you. Otherwise, this is a laptop that will fit the needs of most other people. So that's about it for this review of the Huawei MateBook X Pro. I have a lot more content coming up. It is a busy month. So please stay tuned to my channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I have a lot of stuff coming up, man. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.